What's good, Clouds? Welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be getting into something a little different. First of all, I wanted to say welcome to the new crib. You know what I mean? Like, I got a new spot. We're not going to talk too much about it. I hope that the fan isn't distracting, but like, I'm in a whole new location. All the other stuff, that last place I was living at was garbage, and that's the reason why it's been so long since I last posted. I had a lot going on in there, but we're not talking about that. We doing a phone review slash phone review slash phone, you know, unboxing, I guess it would be called. I don't really know. So I'm gonna just give y'all the monologue. There's no script for this video, as I typically do, because I do gaming videos most of the time. You know, subscribe if you want to see that. I just had something I had to get off of my chest on why I didn't wait for the Google Pixel 10 to be dropped after experiencing my Google Pixel 8. As you guys can see, you know, I've been using this for about a year after switching from, you know, a temporary flip phone that I was using. This thing was actually cool, no cap, but we'll talk about that in a second. My main gripe with Google Pixel, the Google Pixel 8, was the fact that I just dropped that out of nowhere about a month ago, and my Wi-Fi and my Bluetooth stopped working. Y'all see I got a little heavy duty, I got a Spigen heavy duty case on it. I got a Spigen case right here. You know, it's seen its little bit of wears and tears. You can see the little edges, hoop to hoop, scoop to scoop, but nothing too crazy. I'm typically not the one to just slam my phone or, you know, leave it on the floor at the gym and just drop a weight on it, whatever like that, like some of y'all be doing. I've seen y'all phones, bro. Y'all need to take care of your phone. Look at that. No cracks on the back. Everything is nice and clean, you know, fingerprint magnet, but we're not going to talk about that. This is a Google Pixel 8. It's currently 9 right now, but so I'm using it in the airport, try to pull out, you know, pull the phone out, and I hit one of those. You know, y'all been here before. You try to whip your phone out and then it just goes whoop and then it flies forward. Hit that. Bluetooth, Wi-Fi never worked since then, bro. And I know those things are connected like through like a modem or whatever like that, but like if I try to hit Bluetooth right now, let me turn it on. Bam, it just keeps on loading. And the same thing for the Wi-Fi. And this is after the Android 16 update, but it sits on, it'll like adjust to the new screen as if it were gonna find something, but it stays Wi-Fi off. It's been like that for a month. I've been using data this entire time. Besides that, I was thinking, okay, this is just a one-off. I dropped my phone, hoop to hoop, scoop to scoop. I'm just gonna wait till the Google Pixel 10 drops, because I was actually a little excited. I was like, okay, this phone's camera's pretty solid. I heard they're supposed to be getting a whole new SoC, which is, if y'all don't know, it's like the chip that's in there. I might be, you know, miswording it, but it doesn't matter. I'm thinking I'm gonna just wait for the SoC to drop on its new Google Pixel 10, and it's gonna be like, you know, it's gonna be a lot faster, because I remember how slow my Google Pixel 8's been compared to my old Samsung S9 that I used to have. You know what I mean? I'm currently using this right now as like a home phone from a Bluetooth. That's besides the point. I'm thinking I'm going to wait, and I started looking at these drops, and they talking about, oh yeah, this new TMSC, whatever the heck they call it, the new chip that they're going to be using, 3 nanometer or 5 nanometer, I don't really care. The new one that they're going to use, going to be just 3, 4, 5 generations as slow as just, you know, compared to the brand new Samsung S25. Now, I'm not a major power user, so I was like, okay, that's not a big deal. But then my Google Pixel just kept on like just irking me in different ways, and I was like, bro, my Samsung could never, bro. And because of that, I decided, you know what, we're gonna get the Samsung S25. I was gonna get the S25, but I saw the Plus. I got a solid deal on it, so you know, I decided to go with the S25 Plus. I'm not upset at the decision. Maybe I'll go back to Google Pixel when their chips start to get on the same level as all the other flagships, but I'm not gonna pay flagship prices for a camera. Do I look like someone that takes pictures? Hold that. You know, check my Instagram. There's like 5 pictures on there. I'm not a big photogenic person, but I want my phone to work smoothly. I remember my Samsung working smoothly, but I had this from when I had graduated high school. I just turned 24. You know, my birthday was 3 days ago. You know what I mean? I bought this phone when I was like 17 or 18. Then I transitioned to this when I was trying to do like a whole phone, you know, no phone, no nothing. I'm trying to detox my mind, whatever like that. So I rocked this for a whole year. I would recommend it to anybody if y'all ever want to try. This is a Cat, I think S22 or something like that. Cool phone. It's a touchscreen on top with the whole little pad. So like you could still like log into YouTube and Instagram, but it just feels so stupid because look at the size of the screen. You know what I mean? Like, this is not a big screen. Anywho, when I came back, I was like, okay, I want to get another flagship because I'm trying to get back into the regular phone stuff. So I see Google Pixel 8 for like $400 off, and I'm like, Now you talking my language because I'm a cheapskate. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and cop this and I'm gonna switch over to this Google Life and see what the Google Life is about. The cameras are spectacular. I will say the cameras are spectacular, but it's slow. It's like, how are you gonna have stock Android, but then it be lagging around a bunch? You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's just been too long since I last been on my S9, but I don't remember in the peak of my S9 it lagging as hard as it did. So I was like, all right, bro, you know, we'll just keep it pushing, whatever like that. It's just a new phone, you know, when they drop the updates, certain things are gonna get fixed. And then my Wi-Fi broke and I was like, all right, bro, I'm just gonna get a new phone. I started looking to the Google Pixel 10 and then I was just like, nah, I'm not gonna waste my time waiting for a Google Pixel 10, pay full price for a Google Pixel 10 because obviously I'm in a rush because my Wi-Fi and Bluetooth don't work. I work in the airport or I travel a lot for work. So I have my Bluetooth headphones on. Have y'all been in the airplane and all you got is little Timmy behind you crying because he's hungry or his ears haven't been popped? No, y'all haven't. So, you know what I mean? Noise canceling headphones all day, any day. So I'm not going to wait for the Google Pixel 10. And I don't think y'all should either. Get the Samsung S25. I would say when the chip speed starts to match up, maybe the pricing for the Google Pixel, whatever, whenever they finally get the speeds up, maybe it'll be worth it, but I genuinely don't know. It was a great interface. Everything was great about it. It just, what wasn't great stood out so much to me that I was just like, all right, I'm gonna just go back to Samsung because this is my original Samsung. Well, this is actually my original Samsung, but as you guys can see, the battery expanded. This has just been sitting in a box. So I had gotten this on warranty because, like, I think I had dropped this on, like, the toilet, you know what I mean? Y'all be watching YouTube on the toilet, you feel me? I think I dropped this on the toilet, and it got this, like, it wasn't working. Threw it in a bag of rice, but I put the warranty because I didn't think the bag of rice was gonna work. Phone came in, and, you know, this thing, whatever. The crazy part, I'll plug this in right now. The screen turned on still. To this day, bro, I mean, like, if I put a brand new battery in here, I feel like it would boot up and everything that I had from back in high school and all the other stuff. Because I think I was rocking this for like 3 years before, like, I had dropped on the toilet and swapped over to this one. This is actually the OG case that I had bought when I originally bought the phone. You know, the Super Beetle, whatever like that. Done been through some, you know, through some life. Yeah, this case peeling and all that. But it held up. It held up. You know what I mean? But look at this. The screen is still on. Google Pixel could never. Let me stop joking. Anywho, we're going to do this unboxing. I'm finally going to switch over my SIM card to my Samsung. We're going to go ahead and boot everything over to my Samsung S25 because I'm not doing this anymore, bro. I'm not doing this. So without further ado, let's go ahead and unbox this. Let me go ahead and peel this little peel. I don't know if y'all want to hear the audios of me, you know, unboxing this. I don't know how much people care about this. I almost dropped my phone. That's crazy. All right, let me peel. Y'all see that blue? Y'all know I love the color blue, bro. You know, it was just gonna, oh, that's wicked. Well, gotta commit. Well, I peeled the bottom of the box, as y'all can see, but you know, we ain't gotta talk about that. Sheesh, look at this brand new slab, bro. $7.99, bro. Yeah, no, this looks great. I also got a brand new Spigen case. But you know, if my Spigen messed up my Google Pixel, should I get another Spigen or should I get a Super Beetle again? I don't know. I also didn't want to affect like the new supersonic sensor, whatever, that I'm be dealing with, because I think this one had like the old, like, you know, lighting, whatever. I don't know. Anywho, let me peel this off because I know y'all love these sounds, or apparently. Y'all couldn't even hear it. That sucks. Anywho, it is still a slab of technology, you know what I mean? Slab to slab. I did get the Plus versus this, so it's a little bit bigger, but you know, nothing crazy. I mean, we're talking, you know, literal inches here. But let me go ahead and turn this baby on for the first time. By the way, that's Bucket Hat Splash in the back. I've been watching his videos for a fat minute. Is it not going to turn on? I thought these things ship with like half battery. Ah, my good old Samsung. Okay. But as y'all can see, my good old Samsung, bro. I'm back at Samsung, bro. I will love to try Google Pixel one more time. I'm not gonna lie. I think Google Pixel got something going. Oh my gosh. Look at that screen, that start screen. The only thing that sucks about Samsung is that I'm about to have to sign into all my Samsung accounts. Oh, my gallery versus photos. I've gotten too spoiled with Google stuff. I will say, bro, as I said, I wasn't upset at the experience at Google Pixel, besides just the lagginess and the glitchiness of the system, bro. Samsung had it working. Samsung had their own little process. So, you know, we're going to go ahead and get all this situated. I'm at 45% battery. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it says 45. Yeah, let's go ahead and get this thing squared away. And once I'm already in the system, you know, we'll go ahead and do like a, I don't know if I'm gonna do a camera test. It ain't that big of a deal. Everybody knows Google Pixel got the camera, but you know, it ain't that big of a difference to where I care. You know what I mean? I don't take enough pictures, but I also assume 3 cameras are better than 2. You know, sure, if I got the Google Pixel 8 Pro, it would have, you know, had the same amount of cameras, but you know, we're not gonna talk about that. Chill.
A few moments later.
All right, bro. So I just found this very, very funny. You know what I mean? I just think this is almost hysterical. All right, look at what this is talking about. Ain't that crazy, bro? Ain't that something? It said you need to turn on the Bluetooth. I'm selling this phone because I can't. Oh my, so I'm gonna have to do a whole physical transfer. Hey, so while my phone decides to finish, you know, sending all the information to the good phone, we gonna see what they got up in this cartridge, cause I forgot. I ain't even gonna hold y'all. All right. It's a basic box. Ain't no more chargers no more. I think Samsung S9 was the last one to sell with a charger, but they don't do that no more. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I bought the phone when I was in high school, bro. I'm 24 years old. Yeah, ain't nothing in here but the little pin joint, but I got the pin joint still for my my Google Pixel, so hopefully this phone lasts me longer than the other one. I will say that.
12 o'clock midnight.
All right, y'all. It is currently 12:30 in the morning. I think I'm pretty much done, as you guys might see. So I pretty much set up a couple of the things just because I'm trying to go to bed. I have a fishing trip to do in the morning, so I'm like super tired. But I wanted to set this up because I didn't want to go on a fishing trip without being able to connect my motorcycle helmet to my phone. Speaking of which, when my Bluetooth wasn't a problem, my motorcycle helmet still would have a problem connecting to this phone. So I'm hoping it's gonna be different. I'm gonna try it out real quick. One sec. Wow, that, you know, instantly. Oh yeah, no, bro, this is cake. Because when I had first gotten this phone, I'm saying I had gotten my motorcycle before I got this phone. So the Bluetooth instantly was always a problem. Now it's not. I find that very, very interesting. Anywho, so far everything is cool. I haven't taken any pictures yet, but y'all know camera comparisons and all the other stuff, so I'll give y'all my take on the whole camera thing. So I'm already on the side of like, from all the picture comparisons I've seen, Google Pixel got a better picture, but it's not as noticeable as you might think. And that's what I think is, like, to the plain eye, to the I'm gonna post this on Instagram or Facebook, you're really not gonna be able to see this. Now, I will say, Google does have that little balancing thing where it tells you, like, okay, what's considered balance or not. I don't know if I'm able to add that feature to this phone, but we gonna see. But, I mean, overall, I don't know if y'all can see it, but, like, it's the same, bro. You taking a picture, dog. You taking a picture. Half of y'all just posting this on Instagram. If you wanted professional photos, grab you the little big joint, you know, $1,000 joint. But if not, bro, I feel like to the regular person's eye, you're genuinely not telling a difference, bro. Like, looking from one to the other, I'd be hard to believe that y'all can tell what the difference is between one phone and the other phone. And one is just like, the pixels are just, you know what I mean? Like, stop having an aneurysm, bro. Anywho, I would definitely say the zoom look a little better on the Google Pixel, as you know, we all believed. Like, you know, not to flex, but you could definitely see more detail in the Google Pixel than you can on this phone. I don't know if I just gotta mess around with the settings. Anywho, I'm gonna end it right there. Final thoughts. Am I upset that I didn't wait for the Google Pixel 10? No, because of the processor. Is it something where people are going to be like, oh, but you know, you're not even a power user like that, bro. You're not even going to be able to experience it. Well, I noticed it using the Google Pixel that it felt like it was laggy. Maybe that's just subliminal, you know, hoopty hoop, scoopty scoop of you know, you believe that it's slower, so now you're just remembering the fact all the times that it was slower versus when you get your Samsung, you're gonna think it's faster. Sure, bro. I don't know. All I remember was that I had the S9. I had a fairly reasonable experience on it, and the only reason why I didn't go from S9 to, I think it was S23 that came out when I was buying this phone, or S24, was because of the prices. It was just too darn expensive at the moment. I couldn't afford it. I bought this for like 500 bucks versus they wanted like 900. I ain't have 900 on me, so I bought this. Oh, sorry, bought this for 500 bucks, and it was a cool little get back into flagships from here. I'm ending right there. Don't forget to like and strike that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the sub button to join the clouds and hit the notification bell to keep up with whatever I'm doing. I'm going back to Red Dead Redemption, but again, you know, I just wanted to make this video because I was very disappointed with the Google Pixel. Again, camera, I feel like they got the best camera in the league. I feel like most people can agree that Google Pixel got it down in the camera department. Maybe if I got the Google Pixel Pro, it might be even better. But I don't feel like it's enough to deal with what I had to deal with the Google Pixel in terms of just, you know, I don't think the flagship camera is, you know, should be at least a little bit less than a regular Samsung if I'm not getting the other features that a flagship should carry. You know what I mean? You don't give me base model phone, you know, Samsung A level performance, but charge me Samsung S level, you know, prices. Like that don't make no sense. That don't make no sense to me. But to each their own. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Peace. Bye.